Hey everyone, it's Shock, and we're going to be making a car powered by graphic tablets. Now you can make this hover or drive with wheels or a hover platform, wherever you want. I'm just going to use hover balls to demonstrate it. So first we're going to need a graphic tablet, and with these both checked, with a monitor big. Now we're going to need a constant value of 0. I'll put that right in the middle. And now we're going to go to Control, Comparison, a greater than, and a less than. So what it's going to be doing is on this x-axis, which rides up along here, if it's less than 0, you'll be moving to the left. If it's right than 0, if it's to the right of this beam, then you'll be moving to the right. So wire this up. Okay, so A, actually what I meant to do was Control, Comparison, less than. So if X, so A is X, and then B is a constant value. So if that is less than 0, then it gives that a 1. If that's less than 0, it gives that a 1. So now let's get some indicators. Let's put 4 of them. Pop cam. I'll show you why this wouldn't work. So you wire the left one to the left and the right one to there. Notice how that's on now. When you're on here, it is working, but when you move it off the tablet, it still keeps that setting on. And so what we're going to need to do is go back to wire, remove these, and make 2 more chips under arithmetic and multiply. And we're going to wire this so the A to that is on screen, and then the B to that is to less than and then greater than. So now you can see that if it's on the right and is on the screen, it's on, and if it's led to the screen and on, it's off. When you move it off, everything shuts off. So now, actually, yeah, we'll just leave those there for demonstration. And let's put some thrusters on here. $2,000 for each. From that corner, that corner, that corner, and that corner. So use invisible wire, make that an O, and now we're going to hook that one up to the right, so it'll spin that way. It's pushing on that one, and then that will also be to the right. And now if you want to spin that way, you're going to need to the left. You're going to put that there, and that there. So now if we release this, move it up a little, you can see if it's to the left, it starts to spin. Move it to the right, it starts to spin that way. So that's working so far. Now let's do the same thing but up and down. So wire input output, constant value of 0. So Control, Comparison, greater than, because that's above and that's below, and then a less than right there. 2 multiplies, and now wire this up. So A is to Y, A, Y. Now B is to the constant value, B is to the constant value. A is to on screen, A is to on screen, and B is to that, B is to that. So now if you hook that up there and hook that up there, then the upper left it's going forward and to the left. If it's up or right, it's going forward and to the right. Same thing with these two. So now if we hook up this back thruster to that multiply, and that to that multiply, there you have it. A car powered by a graphics tablet. Go have some fun.